Okay, somebody suggested to me today that maybe I need to do a video of the before on these boilers. There's 3 of them that are done being cleaned up and painted and everything. The green Gentleman Janitor is heating my house right now and the domestic water. The yellow flame is moving on to its next home soon, and my Baromatic BMC 500, I just got done painting and adapting a Van Wert Stoker into it. Now, next is that. That is a Gentleman Janitor GJ5, probably. A little boiler. Has no cross tubes in it or anything. It's a bit rough. It has the stoker in it. Still has coal in it. Amazingly enough, this was converted to oil. And they just left the pot and the coal and everything in it. Climb up there and get a better look at it. Left the feed tube on it. They just cut it off. Probably pulled the worm out. Yeah, look at that. Got a load of buckwheat coal in there. Maybe I'll take some of that out and try it. It's a fairly big pot for a small stoker like this, small boiler like this. And you can probably see the air tube down there is nice and rotted out like they all are. And the ash pan, we've got the aquastat that came with it, and the fire door and ash door. Hopefully they're salvageable. They just drilled a big hole. Door and mounted the oil gun in it. Where is it? Under here somewhere. So yeah, as you can see, literally took the door, drilled an oil burner sized hole in it, and mounted the oil burner on it. Put a couple of studs on it. This probably says Gentleman Janitor. Still might be able to see some of the lettering under here somewhere. Maybe not. Oh well. So the process starts. Step 1. You acquire a rusty piece of junk old coal boiler. Step 2, and probably 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, and 30 is clean. Clean, clean, clean. This one's actually better than I thought it was going to be. It's got rust, but boiler-wise, probably not too bad. It even still has all its studs on it for the domestic coil. The exhaust area needs to be cut off and welded back together, but that's just metal that needs to be cut and welded. It's not that big of a deal. So there it is, the next project, JG5. Step 1, get all the mouse nests and coal and crap out of it and ash. rocks and dirt. And we'll probably start spraying some of these nuts and bolts with some penetrating oil, so maybe they'll come off. It'll make the cleaning a little bit easier. Kind of like the way these look, the dome-topped ones. It's a shame it's not daylight. Maybe we'll do another video in the daylight. It's kind of dark now. I got my LED lamps out here so you can actually see what's going on, and a drop light inside. And that'd be pretty tough to see. Still got the pot in there, but no worms. Well, here it is in the daylight. Get a better idea what it looks like. I have it out over here so I can actually wash all the ash and junk out of the back of the truck when I'm done. Boiler wise, it's not terrible. Domestic coil studs are all still in place. None of them are busted off yet. Probably pretty likely they will bust off though. So it'll be another little repair job, but you can probably take this out, plug that up, and take this pipe off and put a plug in there, and it'll be ready to pressure test. This gasket will most likely leak though, but it'll be good enough to see if it's a boiler. Put 15 pounds or something in it. I got the pot out. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit outside of the ash door, so I have to get at least one of these panels off the side so I can pull the pot out. That's what's left of the air pipe for combustion air. So if we put it back together, we're going to need one of those. It's amazing. They didn't even take the coal or the ash or anything out. They just literally put a hole in the fire door, mounted the oil gun, and put some pipes in there to deflect the flame, leaning up against the pot, and lit it up. Didn't do anything else to it. Pretty crazy. But I guess it worked for them. Should get all these side plates off and the rear fly ash clean out cover off too before I bring it back in. Get it all hosed out and cleaned up. And then we got to figure out what we're going to do with it. Well, I was lucky enough to get the clean out cover off without busting any of the nuts or studs. Right up here, it might be brass. Good thing to do. Busted 3 off on this side for that cover plate. When I took the cover off, I realized that is solid fly ash. Probably a mixture of fly ash and whatever the oil burning combustion products are. Holy crap. That's nasty. And it is totally packed full. Wow. So yeah, this This is the fun you need to look forward to when you're doing coal stoker boilers. It's definitely not a nice clean job. So I dug out just about all of it. I'm going to have to wash the rest of it out, but holy crap. That was how much was in there. That's got to be, 30, 40 pounds of crap. I got it off the truck. I set it down here next to the garage. It's not ready to go in yet. I got the one side plate off. This was the Stoker side. Busted 3 of the studs off. Started working on these ones over here. And probably half of them look like they're going to bust off. I busted this one off. Not going to have a whole lot of time to work on it, but... Oh, and I got the Stoker out. There's the Stoker. Well, the pot, anyway. It looks in pretty good shape. Needs a good cleaning up. That's what's left of the combustion air pipe. That's what's left of the gauge. The pot, other than having some crazy stuff growing on it. Yeah, this thing is in pretty decent shape. It's reusable. If we want to put a Gentleman Janitor Stoker in there, the big problem with these is coming up with this air pipe with a rectangular combustion blower hole. As you can see, they made them out of sheet metal, which in a coal environment doesn't last as long as the rest of the boiler does, we'll say, or the Stoker. These Stokers, if you run them right, I mean, who knows how long they'll last. This one's probably 50 years old. So that's how you start one of these projects. You get one of these up in coal country for whatever you can get it for. Start taking it apart, clean everything, wire wheel everything, clean it some more, clean it again. Target practice too. And in a few short months it turns into something like this. So that's about that.